Hello there, good evening, welcome. It's Sunday night and it's the 17th of May, it's BOBCAST. We're romping through, aren't we? We're going into week 9 or week 10 or something like that. Must learn what it is next. And yes, it's been a strange day today. It feels as if it's been wet all day. And when I woke up this morning, it was raining. And when I got up this morning, it was still raining. And then it's sort of been on and off. I went out to get the bird feeders. We've got a rather nice sort of hanging thing. Hangs a bit like that. It's extremely interesting. A nice hanging thing that we hang the bird food on. And I went out to fill it all up. I've got one that does nuts, one that does seed, and then on my window I've got two sort of sticky hanging things, which I saw at Woodside at the garden centre, and I hang those on the windows with seed and nuts as well, trying to tempt birds. Spent my life doing that, to be honest. But it's interesting because I'm scared of birds. Many of you will know this. I am absolutely petrified of birds. There was a very funny incident in it was in Hereford actually. It wasn't in Wembley. It was in Hereford, Holy Trinity, Hereford. Anyone who's listening from there? Hi, nice to see you. Very funny incident when I was asked to take a funeral of somebody who was very keen on birds, and by chance there was a bird in church, and it was flying around and around. I may have told you this story before. You can't stop me if I have, because you can't stop me rabbiting on. But it's about birds, it's not about rabbits. And, actually, sorry, I meant to say to you, I've been quite worried because yesterday I accidentally swallowed some food colouring. The doctor says I'm okay, but I feel I've died a little inside. So anyhow, I was asked to take this funeral of this lady who really liked birds. And by chance, there was a bird in church. We quite often had birds in church. So at the end of the funeral, everyone burst out laughing. And I couldn't work out what all that was about. So anyhow, I went up to the crematorium and did what I had to do there. And afterwards, I was shaking hands with everyone. And the undertaker, David, came along. And I said to him, "Why were they all laughing at the end of the service, David?" And he said, "I thought you didn't know." He said, "When you announced that the collection, you said it was for the Royal Society for the Prevention of Birds." Yes, absolutely. He said, "That's true. True story. So, but I'm fascinated by them. I love seeing them. I don't want them in the room. I don't want the wings flapping anywhere near me. However, I do love seeing them. So I feed the birds quite religiously. Well, I pray when I go out and do it and sing them the odd hymn, that type of thing. All things bright and beautiful. All the hymns that you would sing for birds. I've been meaning to say for a couple of weeks now that just before lockdown, I went to the Usher Hall in Edinburgh to see a band called the Power Tools. Great band. I don't know if you've seen them. And when I tried to get backstage to see them afterwards, the bouncer said, "Here's guests only." I said, "It's okay. I know the drill." Yeah, I knew you'd like that. So here's a little poem, or not a little poem, a ditty that somebody sent to me. And I rather like this. When God had made the earth and sky, the flowers and the trees, he then made all the animals, the fish, the birds and bees. And when at last he'd finished, not one was quite the same. He said, "I'll walk this world of mine and give each one a name." And so he travelled far and wide, and everywhere he went, a little creature followed him until its strength was spent. And when they were all named upon the earth and in the sky and sea, the little creature said, "Dear Lord, there's no one left for me." "Lord, there's not one left for me." Kindly the Father said to him, "I've left you to the end. I've turned my own name back to front and called you dog, my friend." Isn't that lovely? For all dogs out there, and I've got one asleep here. The other one has deserted me. She's gone off elsewhere, but no, there's one lovely one here. Right, so So my day's been okay. Did quite a lot of religion this morning. I saw services from Jedburgh and from Melrose, from Brecon, from Grangemouth, and so some really good stuff. I love the variety of things. Saw our own as well, and thank you, loads and loads and loads of you have been watching our service today. We've sort of lost counts, but it looks like well, we could well be up to about 80, I think. So that's really good. It's really good, and that's fab. We've done a bit of recording for Ascension Day, where we're joining in with the Bishop of Edinburgh. So that's nice, and yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Had a nice steak for dinner. I was cooking, so I put a big pinny on to cook, and then I ate afterwards. And I'm pleased to say that the pinny worked. The shirt is clean shirt today. Gone back to long sleeves because it's a bit cooler, isn't it? I mean, I'm not cool. I'm about the most uncool person I've ever met. But it's the weather. The weather's cooler. So I don't know what it's going to do the rest of the week. But I did reflect today, and I was thinking about all sorts of things. And I thought, this lockdown would be very different if it had been raining every day and blustery showers and cold and windy. I think people would be finding it even harder than they are. So the weather there, but we need the rain. My grass is much greener. How green is your grass? My grass is much greener. It's greener than on the other side of the fence. It is really good, and I'm pleased about that, and the plants and all those things. So, and the wee birds. I do like the birds. So yesterday, I did a poem by this guy called Alex Smart, and never met Alec, never heard of him until recently. But we've got talking on the internet, and he very kindly has sent me a PDF of his book of poetry. And there's one I'm going to share with you tonight because it's called Sweeties, and it just appealed to me because I do like sweeties. So this is Sweeties by Alex Smart. Remember all the sweeties you could buy some years ago? Fries, Five Boys and Jubes, Toffo and Rolo, MB bars and Tiffin, Aztecs and Marathon 2, Joe Bazooka's Highland Toffee, to name but just a few. Jobblies and Licorice Comforts, Duncan's Hazelnut, Macaroon bars and Tablet, a kin still taste every bit. Penny Dainties, Halfpenny Chews, even a rhubarb stick. Flying saucers and drumsticks, I'm feeling a wee bit sick. Penny Bubblies, Lucky Spuds, Sewer Plumes and Sugar Mice, and a funny tasting toffee bar made with sugar and puffed rice, I remember that. Then there was Trebor's Barley Sugar. They also made chalk sticks, blackjacks and fruit salad. For a penny you could get 6. A kin still taste licorice bullets that would rub on your lips. And there were wee funny lollies that you got with sherbet dips. The taste of frozen mivies would make your life a dream. It had strawberry ice on the outside and the centre of ice cream. Do you remember a mivvy? Sweetie fags and lucky bars was among the things we bought. If you cast your mind back all those years, you'll think of quite a lot. Gobstoppers or penny arrow bars. Which did you like the best? You had to try the lot of them and put them to the test. We didn't waste time eating chocolate, waiting till after 8. There was no such thing as display until what's a sell-by date? Do you remember the puff candy that would melt upon your tongue? Or how things tasted different then, when we were all so young. Thank you, Alec. I like that, and that brings back memories of all sorts of sweets that we used to have. Fries, chocolate cream. Oh, I do like those. Yeah, that's great memories now. I like those very much. What else do I like? Actually, I like one of the modern ones. Pat and I are a nightmare with chocolate because if we don't have it, we don't eat it. If we do have it, we eat loads of it. Mackay's Golden Crisp is a particularly nice one, and a bit of salted caramel. But Mackay's or Mackey's, I think it probably is. That is very nice. So, Sunday hasn't been as bad a Sunday as some of them. Must be getting used to lockdown because I've told you recently that Sundays are hard. And so if it's been a hard day for you, then I'm sorry. And I've been praying generally for everybody, and thank you those of you who pray for me. And, you know, there's a few poorly people around tonight. I know a couple who are very poorly this evening. And so we hold them and their families in our prayers and in our thoughts. We also remember, of course, those who mourn, those who've lost loved ones. It always shocks me ever so slightly when you just get a number thrown out. You know, oh, there was only 487 died today. Well, actually, when that's someone that you know, it's all a bit different. So, I'm just wondering whether I could tell you another joke. Why don't skeletons ride roller coasters? Because they don't have the stomach for it. Oh, mouldy old bones. So, this one I liked. Two drunk guys were about to get into a fight. One draws a line in the dirt and says, if you cross this line, I'll punch you in the face. Yep, that was the punchline. So, take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. And, well, I won't see you actually because I talk into this iPad. And but I'll speak to you tomorrow. But we remember all those who mourn, all those who've died, giving thanks for their lives, that they may rest in peace and rise in glory. But we also say, watch thou, dear Lord, with all those who wake or watch or weep tonight, and give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones. Bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones. And pity your afflicted ones. Shield your joyous ones. And all for your love's sake. Amen. I've always had, by the way, an irrational fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it.